Hey, what's up, everybody? It's rock and roll comedian Don Jameson, and right now you're listening to Three Mics, No Mercy with Robert Stevens, John Latter, and the Birdman. Boy, are you lucky.
Boy, are we lucky.
Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
Don Jameson. What's going on?
Yo.
My friend.
Yo, I can't believe we just got a shout out from Don Jameson. I can't even talk right now.
Look up his name really good.
There you go. Guy does us a favor and you can't even pronounce his name.
You can tell him I called him John Jameson.
So what's the name of?
It's like a fucking hockey player and a shitty one at that.
Oof. What's the name of Robert? What's the name of Derek Morris's new album?
Derek Morris's new album?
Yeah, remember?
I think it's John Davidson.
Adani, that's what it is. Adani.
I can't pronounce that.
That was so awesome. That was so great.
I bet you can't spell that either.
Bobby Abdul Alakazam.
Great. Well, we're here. Episode 24.
24.
We are here. I know Robert is wearing
one more, and we're off our parents' insurance.
Almost.
Yeah.
Robert would like to pay homage to somebody close to him, so I think we should go right into that, Robert.
Oh, really bad day today. Very sad day. Claude Lemieux passed away today, and I know Jay doesn't know who he is. He played hockey. He won the Stanley Cup for the Devils and won the Conn Smythe Award, which was like the best player in the Stanley Cup that year. He scored 13 goals.
13 goals is a freaking
animal on the ice.
That's crazy.
I'm wearing his jersey right now.
Show us the name.
There it is.
Oh,
sign my jersey
for
me.
You don't even have to get up.
That's him holding a trophy, and that's hung up at the Rock, where the Devils play hockey. It's a game on ice. Okay.
It almost looks like he's presenting that to you.
It does, doesn't it? He wants to hand it to me.
He's like, Rob, I'm over here. Look this way.
He's handing it to me as he's falling into that thing that Sirius Black fell into when he got shot, and then he's dying, and Harry tries to grab his wand. That's what's happening there.
Hold on to this one for me, Robert. Hold on to it. I'll be back.
But I think we should give a moment of silence to that man right there, Claude Lemieux. Okay.
All right.
We gave him his moment. You will be missed, Claude. You are already.
Rest in peace, sir.
Man, really sad. That's screwed up news. And then I find out my friend from years ago, Mark Murtha, died also this week. I found out about them back to back.
Jeez.
And then this little dog showed up, or a cat that looks like a dog. It just kind of hung out behind John. And some beautiful woman can't pick him up, and John's trying to hide it with his big head.
Yeah, I'm trying to do my big head. Our guest should be here momentarily.
He's trying to hide what's going on in the background by shifting his head around.
Yeah, itchy.
Because when you meet John Latter in person, he's very tall and he's very thin, and his head it looks like a Pez dispenser. He's tall, he's got this giant head, and he's got those things on it, like he's talking to a spaceman.
That's great. John looks like a living mugshot.
I do, right? I'm trying to work that into my act for my opening about being bald.
And Robert looks like the cop that arrested him.
With a lot of donuts. Who the fuck's at the door at 9 o'clock at night?
Whoa, don't answer that.
Who's knocking at the door at 5 o'clock again?
Oh shit!
Oh my god. My wife said she loses everything. Who else has got to go that loses shit you buy them all the time? There's got to be a few in here. No one's going to admit it because they're all trying to get fucking laid. But my wife, she finally convinced me to spend $400 on a pair of glasses for her. And 2 days later, she wasn't wearing them. I'm like, what the fuck? Why aren't you wearing the glasses? She says, when I first got them, they were really nice and tight. But after a couple of days, they got looser and looser. I'm like, you just described 27 years of our marriage perfectly. Perfectly.
And there he is. No filter. What's up, buddy?
Hey, what's going on?
It's our friend from across the
in this
pond.
life, I do look like a Smurf.
You do.
You do like a little Smurf like.
Yeah.
When did you get back in?
I got back in on Sunday.
Oh shit. Robert was asking if you're annoying over there as you are here.
Yes.
I wasn't asking that. I was saying
Why would I?
It's a thing.
Why would I change my personality anywhere?
I did not ask that. I stated that as a fact.
How are you, sir? How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Well, we figured you only came here because you were exiled from there.
All right, good one, Jay.
Hey, we had a whole discussion.
How ironic is it that I have citizenship in both places and neither of them have tried to remove it?
Your crowd work, sir. I've seen you many a time, and you always murder crowd work. Like, you're so on point with the crowd work. Like, even you were making those cops laugh last year at that block thing.
Right.
You were like going fucking hard. You've always done the crowd work.
Shit out of them.
Well, that all started with being a nerdy kid at high school and getting bullied. And then I decided I was going to lay into the teachers. And then
Become the bully.
no one bullied me. Yeah, exactly. But none of these dickheads bullied me anymore.
There you go. I got bullied for stuttering. It is what it is. But now you're here, sir. You are from the Opie and Anthony show.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun back then.
What was that like? What was the whole vibe?
Oh, it was super fun. Super, super fun. You know, behind the scenes, everybody was cool, you know. And of course, you know, you wanted to be in the next great bit, you know.
Right.
The golden rule of the show was, what have you done lately? So, like, if you fucking did something a week ago, they didn't care. They said, what are you doing today?
Oh, okay. To keep it going. I got you.
Yeah, so that was, you know, it was a lot of fun, man. You know, Norton brought me on the show. He's been a great friend. He's put me on shows. He's literally watched my comedy and written me pages of feedback on some of my stuff.
Yeah, Jimmy's been good to you.
Yeah.
He named you?
He gets a bad rap, Jimmy Norton, because
that's a really good question, because it happened between the second and third time I was there. Somehow between those two appearances, I became No Filter Paul.
And it just worked.
Because I was British Paul the first two episodes I did.
Oh, were you?
And then all of a sudden, I'm No Filter Paul. So I literally have listened to those episodes, and I still haven't pinpointed. It was probably Norton. But you know. But yeah, it was that was a great time. You know, some people watch, you know, like some of the stuff we did on YouTube, especially me, and you know, and they're like, you know, don't you fucking, you know, not want people to see all the shit you did back then? And I'm like, you know what? That was the most fun time of my life.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Like, it sounds like a fucking frat. Everybody like chilling. Everybody just like doing their thing.
And you know, and I wish I'd started stand up earlier. Norton told me to start it when I was doing the radio show, and I pussied out. But I used to go out with Patrice every night of the week and watch him build a set.
Right.
So I had the opportunity to watch people that really knew what they were doing. And I should have done stand up then, because I had all that lessons behind me, you know?
Yeah, I get that. What would you say is your, like, what are your crowning achievements from that show? Like a certain bit you did, a certain moment you had?
Crowning achievement or mass levels of embarrassment?
Oh, the whole diaper thing.
Yeah, exactly.
EJ was talking about that earlier.
I mean, that was the first. That was the first bit. You remember when they went back to K-Rock and they were simulcasting between K-Rock? That was the first bit that we did. That was like of that level when we were back on K-Rock. So that, you know, anyone who'd forgotten what Opie and Annie were like, they figured it out that day.
Oh yeah, for sure. I remember.
But I mean, I used to do the assaults on the media where we fucked with the reporters. We used to do that kind of shit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there was dressing up as Flavor Flav was another one, but you know, hopefully that video's lost forever. But
I remember the Sex for Sam. Sex for Sam was awesome, Jay. There was a point system of what sex act you can get away with in public.
What?
And then you got a 2-point conversion if they did anal.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And well, let me tell you the story behind that. So that was the third time it was done when they got in the shit for it. There was 2 lists. There was one to be read on the radio, which was controversial, and then there was one that wasn't quite as controversial, which they're supposed to work from. And on the list it said church. It did not say St. Paul's Cathedral in fucking Manhattan.
Yeah.
In the middle of Lent or whatever it was. It was some holiday.
No.
Made it even worse.
Don't do it.
God.
And it didn't help. They could have walked away. But Paul Mercurio, you know, they haven't, you know, they don't blame him anymore. But, you know, if you listen to it, he decided he was going to stay and talk shit to people, especially the arresting officers.
Like,
You know, it's what St. Patrick would have wanted.
Yeah. Or maybe, you know, maybe St. Patrick would want to get the 2-point conversion.
Go ahead, just real quick. I like the point system for TRL. Wasn't there like an actual point system?
Yes, there was. I mean, fucking Voss got Efrio Schwartz. And then somebody else got a different radio station. They went to the 1010 Winds office and fucked in the elevator.
And did that, right, to make sure that it was happening, that it wasn't just like, right? Like, wasn't there someone with each group to make sure?
Yeah, so Voss was with someone. Paul Mercurio was with someone. Some of the characters from the show. I think Stinky was with one. Ben was with one. Yeah, they had, you know, people.
Stinky.
Yeah.
Forgot about Stinky.
Well, you know. Well, do you know Garrett from Kumia's network?
No.
That is Stinky.
That's him?
Yeah, he didn't want to be called Stinky no more, which I get.
I don't blame him. Now, Jay, you missed back in the heyday of O&A. These guys would just show up and they'd show up in the freaking morning or the afternoon, half of them in the bag, and they'd just sit around and bullshit. That was the show. Just talking shit, usually talking shit about Voss.
Joe Rogan has credited Opie and Anthony for the whole concept of his show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He said it 100 times. He's credited O&A with the original idea for his show, the idea of showing up basically with no plan.
Yeah.
Right.
And just talking like that.
Now, did you guys? So, what was the whole thing with Ron and Pez? Like, I love Ron, but like Opie would make him cry all the time. Like that was Opie's goal.
No, he made Fez cry, the gay one.
Fez. That's what I said. Fez.
Yeah.
Did I say Fez? Yeah, Fez.
Yeah.
Fez was very sensitive.
Very sensitive.
R.I.P.
It was the commercial, right?
Yeah.
It was.
He fucked with him so much.
Yeah.
You know.
But it seemed like there was still a camaraderie. Like everybody was like together. And
well, yeah, they came together at WNEW, and then Opie and Anthony took Ron and Fez everywhere they went, because they went to XM after they were, you know, because when O&A got fired, they were kicked out as well because they just flipped the format of the channel. So they went to XM, and then when Opie and Anthony went back to FM, soon after, Ron and Fez were doing the evenings, but they were doing it different because O&A was simulcasting between 6 and 9 on regular radio on XM, and then XM was 9 to 12 only. But Ron and Fez, they would do the show on XM from 12 to 3, I think it was. But then in the evening, they would do 7 to 10 on K-Rock. So they were actually doing 2 separate shows.
Jesus.
Yeah. So. And Fez died. Fucking Ronnie's got cancer now. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so that motherfucker, he's one of the quickest people that you've ever met, Ron Bennington.
Yeah.
He can come up with a response to something in a fucking millisecond.
And a brilliant interviewer.
Yes.
He actually, no shit, when I cross-examine people at trial, a lot of what I do, I learned from freaking Ron Bennington, of all fucking people. Just listening to him interview people on the show and how you go from like one question to the next. Just listen to what somebody was saying. He could walk in with 3 questions and end up asking about 100 by the end of the episode.
So anybody watching
this would pick up something and run with it.
Anyone that's watching this that is being defended by Robert should probably call and get the public defender after that.
You should. And when he's done with you, you better call Bob.
Yeah.
And if you call Bob, you are cursed.
Yeah.
You know who I couldn't stand? Sam. There was just something annoying.
Sam is the only one left at XM now, Sirius XM.
Yeah. Like the whole pre-show, because I remember the pre-show. We just, I don't know. Do you
remember it was Sam and Fan, remember? Or Fan and Sam?
Yes.
So Fan does not do radio anymore. He lives down by what fucking town is it? Is it South Amboy? I can't remember.
Middletown?
It's off of Route. No, it's right off of Route 1.
Perth Amboy.
I'm thinking of a different fan.
No, I think it's Amboy Avenue when it meets Route 1 down by Topgolf. Anyway, he actually called me and he came to the Comedy Cove one night and he was going to try stand up, but then he pussied out.
Really?
Yeah, he was actually I don't know if you guys were around the Comedy Cove, but yeah, he came with me there one time, which was interesting. So Sam is now a radio guy and Fan does something completely different.
It does take balls to just walk on stage. Like, just to eat a ship sandwich. It takes balls to just fucking go up there, for sure. Like, I mean,
especially those first few times.
Not my favorite.
That's a shot of Bacardi to get me up there the first time.
Oh, I did it at a mic. I was like, fuck it. I just wanted to try it out. Hey, so let me ask you a question. So everything was going really good at the point. And when did you start seeing a decline? Like, when did you start seeing things changing?
Well, Ann, who is, a good friend of mine still, unlike Opie, he started going off with the guns and the racism, basically the right-wingy kind of stuff, and like
I think in Times Square,
2010, 2011, and Opie would get so pissed off because he didn't want to hear race. Opie was trying to be as mainstream as he could in some way, so he didn't want racist shit on the show. Yeah, I mean, there was always racist stuff on the show, but it was funny. It wasn't like, let's just bomb Trenton, which is what Ann
But you could hear Opie getting annoyed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you could hear it.
Absolutely.
The most defining part for me was when Anthony was late or something. I think Anthony was late, and then Opie's like, "Oh, there he is. Look who just showed up." And then they started going at it, and Anthony's like, "Why did you say I'm late?" He goes, "No, it's fine. You're late. It's fine. I'm on time." And you could just see from that moment it was like starting to change. Like they were getting annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, they knew the one great episode is about a week after they got fired off of K-Rock,
right?
Where Opie finally got upset on the air about them getting fucked out of millions of dollars.
Yeah,
and him and Ant went at it for like an hour and a half on the show, giving each other reasons that they got fired. So that was a good episode in 2009. I've listened to that a lot. It's on my car radio. It's one of the episodes I have on there. It's just fun to listen to.
One of my favorite episodes is E-Rock with the phone number.
Yeah. Well, you called him 100 times. Yeah.
Oh, Jay, it was so funny. There was a guy, E-Rock, he worked for the show, and he was on I think he was in Florida, right? He was at Disney.
Yes.
Is that what it was? And then
and Opie read his whole number. Actually, no, Opie called his phone, but left the voicemail playing
on the air.
So it read his phone number out.
And then they were like, and then it's like, no, nobody's gonna call him.
Oh right,
nobody's gonna call his number.
Millions of people listening. At least a couple are gonna call.
That was such a great episode. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That was awesome. So many good moments. What's the whole thing with the homeless shopping?
Well, that was fun. That was fun. I was involved in the last two on XM, but they would take Keith the cop was a new NYPD cop who also doubled as Ant's security.
Yeah.
Especially when he went to the casino, which translated to, if I win 50 grand, put 25 grand in your pocket and don't tell me you got it. That's literally what it was. But he would find homeless people around New York, like 10 or 12 of them, and they'd stick them in a minibus and drive them to an upstate mall, give them $200 each, and off they went. Meanwhile, there's 5,000 O&A fans and watching stores close fences and, you know, as quickly as they possibly could when all these fucking smelly pieces of shit, you know. I actually had a really famous video for that. They dressed Fez up as a homeless guy on this one.
Oh, did they really?
Yeah, and someone sprayed perfume in his face in one of the, you know, the department stores, whatever you want to call it, at Short Hills.
Yeah. Right.
And there was an article on Drudge about how O&A mistreat the homeless. Right. And it was the video of Fez that I recorded getting squirted in the face that they put on Drudge. They literally put that on Drudge. But
that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And that video made Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, all my video of Fez getting squirted in the face, and O&A mistreats the homeless. Meanwhile, they're handing him $200. The crowd are handing him money.
Yeah.
The crowd are giving them hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You know, of course, the twist is when they get back to the homeless area, whatever they bought is getting stolen off them within 15 minutes. You know,
crazy.
But yeah, that was fun. The homeless shopping spree was fun. They never tipped off the malls, which made it even funnier.
Oh, so nobody knew? Like, really? That was legit?
There's one mall where they knew and they started setting rules, and they ended up just going to a different mall but didn't tell them.
Mm.
But yeah, there was so many great fucking bits on that show. Most of which you can't do now. And every episode is on YouTube if anyone wants to dig up clips and shit. They never took anything down off YouTube because they thought it was a way to promote the show.
Mm.
Versus Howard Stern, who would take down every clip ever.
Yeah, but nobody's watching those anymore anyway.
Yeah. Well, if you want to see an old woman fucking bitch, then, you know, go watch that.
So speaking of that, who would you rather fuck? Stalker Patty or the retarded Laverne Shirley?
It depends what year you're talking.
What year? The year of U2 when they wanted the tickets for the Pop Mart tour.
Yeah, I'd rather cut my dick off. I actually bumped into Marion, who is one of the two.
Yeah.
We went to see fucking Boy George at PNC Bank Art Center a couple of years ago. And out of, 15, 20,000 people, I managed to bump into her in the line for a beer. And she is loud as fuck. Shut up.
Remember me.
That's funny.
She has the biggest set of cans for a woman who's 4 foot tall you've ever seen your whole life.
Does she really?
Yeah, but the face ruins it.
I am sorry for your loss. But you've had a blast, man. Like you must have so many goddamn fucking stories.
Oh, I got millions of them. I got millions. Every time somebody brings something up, I remember something that I hadn't remembered for so long.
All right, let's play this game. Bill Burr.
I was there, and I was one of the guys that videoed him shitting on Philadelphia.
You were at the Philly show?
I recorded it. That's my video. The only video out is my video.
That's your video?
Yep.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
The funnest part that wasn't, seen was while
Right.
they were shitting on Jimmy Schubert and fucking Don Herrera, because they stuck those two guys on the show because they figured these are Philly guys. Let's put some Philly guys on the show. Meanwhile, half a brain didn't kick in and go, this is an O&A crowd. Neither of those people are relevant in the slightest. And they went up and they got booed in about 2 seconds. And when we were backstage, Bill was like pacing back and forth. And he's like, these motherfuckers are not doing that shit to me. These pieces of shit. And he just went up there and fucking laid into fucking them worshiping a fictional character with a Rocky statue. I mean, it just went on.
Legendary.
And the clock was in the back. I think he had 12 minutes.
Right.
And he would go at him, and then he would go 11 minutes left.
11, yeah.
Throw it him again.
Wish I had a CD. I would fucking throw it at your baby or like something. He was,
I mean, it was fucking.
That was amazing. What about Brian?
What's
Regan?
funny is he's actually talked about it since, and I think it's like off-brand for him now, I guess. So there's like a bit of, maybe that's not what you should remember me for kind of thing. But instead we remember him, for taking millions of dollars going to Saudi Arabia. But that's a whole other story. But I can't shit on him because one of my best friends is his road manager. So, another guy from O&A that some people might know, Club Soda Kenny.
Club Soda Kenny.
The Club Soda Kenny, he road manages.
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
He road manages Burr. He does Amy Schumer, Norton, and a few more.
What's a good Patrice story?
Patrice, let me think of the best fucking one. I mean, there's so many. I mean, it was so sad that he had, he died at, pretty young.
Yeah.
He could talk his way out of a job in about 20 seconds. He went for an interview with, I want to say VH1 I can't remember if it was VH1, MTV.
Right.
And they said, we want you to do this and that, and here's the rules. And he said, fuck you. There is an episode of O&A about. So me and my wife used to be involved in this fan club for a British soap opera called EastEnders, which no one's heard of probably over here, but it was the top soap in England and still going. One of the actors came over, and the story goes that he went upstairs to the bathroom, and my wife went up to the bathroom, and she ended up blowing the guy. And that was the story that was put on the show. And he was a black dude. I was
listening to that today. You're sitting in the studio, and Rich Voss was there.
No, it was Patrice, and Patrice was convinced it was Idris Elba. That my wife blew, and it's the funniest line he did in it. He goes, they found a picture of the guy, and he was in like a stage show, and he had like a pencil thin mustache.
Okay,
and Patrice goes, "Excuse me, would you like a cup of rape?" And then he's like, because he's like, he goes, your wife didn't want to get raped, and she found the best way to get out of being raped. She blew the guy.
Oh my god!
I like how every time I talk,
disclaimer
comes up.
Disclaimer. I was just watching the episode where like they were talking about it. Like you're sitting down, you're in a blue shirt, and you're next to Rich Voss, and they're like tearing you up or whatever. And they go here.
If there's anything that's going to teach you crowd work, is being in that room.
Yeah, I would imagine.
It was just like I got to sit at the comic table in Comedy Cellar a few times back then with Norton.
Right.
The O&A studio I would say was worse. I mean, they're both on fire. But
that was like a college. That was like college for comics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I was getting my ass kicked, because I'm not the level of those guys. I'm not even going to pretend, But
they were ripping everybody. There was like
everybody was ripping everybody. The only guy that I could fucking really tear apart was fucking Frenchie. Do you remember that idiot?
Oh god. Oh my
God. Yeah. Every time he got on the phone, they would call me, and I'd fucking do fucking 85 jokes about how he surrendered.
Oh, shit.
Do you remember? To Catch a Predator. You remember To Catch a Predator, right?
Yeah,
Chris Hansen, yeah.
Chris Hansen show where he fucking caught that. So there was a group of people that would pretend to be kids and set up, the preliminary chats, and it would bring the person to the house.
Yeah.
And somehow,
Jason's first
on their website, they would have transcripts of these conversations. So the second or third time I was ever on the show, they decided it'd be fun to have all of us read the transcripts as the little kids.
Oh God!
Which obviously were fake, but that was fun. I mean, there's so much, dude. I mean, I know 140 clips I have of me being on the show, and I'm sure there's a lot more than that. I mean, after the whole diaper thing, the next thing was going to be Cowpat Bingo.
What?
They were going to have a grid. They were going to blindfold me, give me that fucking laxative, and people were going to bet which square I shit in. And ironically, right. The day that all happened, I had a job interview at 5 p.m. in the city. I shit 18 times and finally stopped shitting at like 4:28, and my interview was 5 o'clock.
Oh,
but at 5 to 5 before the interview, that's when I got the phone call saying, "Hey, do you want to play Cowpat Bingo?" And I'm just like, "You guys are out of your fucking minds."
Right.
But yeah, I mean the XM days, the NEW days were fun because they couldn't curse, so they had to be clever. Right, you remember there was like words that switched out words,
Yeah.
But XM, they were making so much money for XM. The XM, the studio was separate. It was up the street from K-Rock, and no management ever showed up there.
Really?
Never showed up. The only day they showed up was when this crazy shit happened, like a month in, where Ralphie May was there, and E-Rock brought in some friends of his in a band. And we had a Jägermeister machine from the NEW dance. So all these girls drank all the Jägermeister and got naked. And one of them decided to go walk down 57th Street.
Jesus.
And then the cop showed up.
Right.
And there's two differing stories of what happened next. One version of the story is the two cops saw Ralphie May, found out, realized they were big fans of Ralphie May. Ralphie May said, "Hey, cut us a break. It was just a fuck up." And then the whole thing, got fixed. And then, of course, the other story is they were fans of O&A and it got fixed and it wasn't Ralphie May. And, there's all this fucking stupidity. But we did the tour. We went to Worcester, not Boston. And I was putting Norton T-shirts because that's the first thing I did for Norton is I did T-shirts and his website. Mm-hmm. He had a shirt that said, "It's not rape if she blinks twice for yes." And the management of Live Nation came to us and made us take that T-shirt. And me and Ralphie were just laughing about that was the one shirt that made us take off the rack and not sell at a fucking Live Nation venue.
Oh my God.
Blinks twice for yes.
Yeah,
that shirt.
It was so funny. Like, do you guys remember Big A?
Shirt?
What's that?
Oh yeah.
Can we still
I have
make that
shirt?
shirt?
I got that shirt in the drawer. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got some other shirts that never made it. So imagine what they're like.
I need that shirt for when he comes to Uncle Vinny's.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's coming to Vinny's. You know this.
Yeah, I'm working on being on that, but we'll see.
I got to wear that shirt. Dino will love me.
Right?
Dino
won't get it. Dino won't get it.
Just got to pause 1 second. You are listening to Three Mics, No Mercy on Spotify, on the John Ladder YouTube, John Ladder Comedy Channel.
I see that some guy in California taped up his wife and buried her alive in the backyard. True story. She managed to dial 911 with her Apple Watch. So in other news, I got my wife a Galaxy Watch, because that doesn't have that fucking feature. If I'm spending 45 minutes digging a hole, that bitch ain't getting out, you know what I'm saying?
That is a true story, not the part of me burying my wife, but the part about the woman dialing 911 for an Apple Watch. That's actually a true news article.
No, I mean, I'd believe it if it was you.
Yeah.
Oh, I figured
of course.
was the fact he cheaped out to buy the Galaxy Watch and not the other one.
Yeah, fuck Apple. Apple's the.
I mean, there are things like that happen. Like, you heard about that one couple? We were talking about it a couple weeks
Lucky
ago.
it was charged.
Yeah. Years ago, I think it was in Australia. There was a guy on his honeymoon with his wife, and she was underneath the water, and she was giving him oral treats, and he got so excited, she never came up.
Yeah, he got so excited he put her hands on the back of her head and held him there for 45 minutes.
The honeymoon. That was the honeymoon. That was
It was that guy a couple of months ago that threw his wife off the side of a cruise. And I said, I goes, you know, it must feel really amazing to throw your wife off the side of a cruise liner for at least 20 seconds until you see the security camera.
The camera staring at you. It's kind of weird. Did you see that?
How long are you married for, Paul?
It will be 29 years in August.
That's a tolerant woman.
That is a tolerant woman. That's a lot to put up with. How does she how does she deal with the comedy?
She's not into it. When I was doing my podcast, we were interviewing all kinds of big names. We had, I mean, some of these names are shit, but we had one of my favorites is Joey Greco from Cheaters. I had on there. Remember the show Cheaters?
Yes.
And he texts me happy birthday every year, which is the weirdest fucking shit you've ever seen. So we were getting all these people. We had stupid Honey Boo Boo, Bob Saget, all these people on. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, when I got into comedy, it turned into comedians only, and she just got bent out of shape. She's like, "I'm not a comedian. I want to talk to these fucking actors, and I want to talk to." We had fucking Casey and the Sunshine Band. We had Right Said Fred. You know, we had all these groups that you know no one's ever heard of now. Well, Casey and the Sunshine Band, obviously, you've still heard of. That was a funny one. That was the only interview I did where I had to submit the questions before the interview.
Oh shit!
Because they didn't want anything about ex-band members, so I sent like 50 questions in, and question 25: do you get along with ex-band members? And you know that's the one that came back to me with the red line through it. Tried to sneak it past them, but
that's nuts.
Do you remember the group Right Said Fred? They did the "I'm Too Sexy" song. Yeah. So Richard Febras, the lead singer, is obviously gay. But while that was going on, he was getting girls too, right? And he told me a story about how one morning he woke up in between a couple, but he wasn't sure which one he fucked.
Both of them.
Of course. Yeah.
Great.
But
Jason has his first topic because we want your whole take on this. Jason.
I'm just trying to get used to that new mustache.
The whole property thing.
Switzerland has a new king.
So
King Jonas.
Okay.
So
that's exciting.
Yeah.
Which Jonas brother is it?
Is it Joe?
No, it's the good-looking one.
I'm thinking it's Nick.
Actually, I know a woman. I think she's had a T-neck. She discovered the Jonas Brothers because you know they're from Wardwick, right?
Yeah.
One of the two. Mm-hmm. She discovered them, and she's still getting paid.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, she's probably loaded now.
Yeah.
Well. Okay. So here's the situation. Let me just.
There's all right. I think he's pulling
Jason,
it
this
up.
is him right here. Is that him?
That's it.
That's the king?
That's
Explain
King
the whole
Jonas.
story.
The guy on top, the guy on the bottom.
Well, it's a good thing we got our lawyer here for this one. So basically, there's this guy Jonas, and he's been exploiting this legal loophole and acquiring massive amounts of land in Switzerland, and basically starting his own kingdom.
Nice.
And he's he's gathering people. He's forming his own army. And that's
the top guy.
The guy on top in that picture there. Yeah,
because there's too much black in the guy on the bottom. There's a bit of black in there, and then he's not like that guy's not putting the work in.
No, that guy's just narrating. But it's like legit. Like this is like an actual legal loophole. He's like actually acquiring like all this land, and basically Switzerland has like this weird law with like ownerless land. Basically you can like send a letter and like claim it, and you just own it. Like that's it. And
you can do that in streets of Trenton now.
Yeah, there's like all this like abandoned infrastructure, like bridges, unused roadways, forests, and like other land that's just never been settled in like land disputes. And he legit just went through all the registries and just got all this land. And
nice.
It's like weaponized autism kind of thing.
Jesus.
And now he's like basically trying to like sell some of it back to him. Like this one road, he offered to either sell the road back to them or name it after him.
This is the thing you sent me, correct?
Yep.
Let's just say this real quick. This is his ceremony.
This is his coronation ceremony.
I bet it doesn't compare to the British one.
Oh my god!
This is real.
This is an actual he got a bunch of his friends together for this.
This is LARPing in Switzerland.
It's actual LARPing.
They're going to shoot each other with fake guns and fake swords, and they're going to pretend they're dead on the floor in a minute.
Explain 2 hours.
The fucking music.
Well,
you got this music
crazy.
Off of free music for your YouTube video.
Oh yeah, no, he fed that into an AI prompt. Give me something.
The dude in the back looks like a fucking Nazi standing there in that outfit.
Oh yeah, right there.
That's the red Nazi.
I can't believe you managed to get Hitler for his fucking coronation.
I wonder what Donald Trump Jr. was doing with his free time.
and it's all completely legal. It's all completely legal. Like he owns all that land now, and like the Swiss government's like scrambling because they like can't really do anything about it. So they're trying to figure out like what to do.
Unethical but legal ways to become king. You ever get those freaking things on Facebook or somewhere? The unethical ways to make money.
But he's going to realize that just like the King of England, he has no power.
Zero power, but in his mind, he's a fucking king.
Like, he's appointed himself king. He's also given himself like other ridiculous titles, like Admiral of the Forest or something like that.
Admiral of the Forest.
He also appointed some of his other friends.
That dude was in his basement. That dude was in his parents' basement like a year ago going, you know what? I found it.
No, he was. Literally, he was an IT guy before this. He specialized in like automation.
That's probably how he did all the research and all the land. He probably wrote a fucking script to just go through the fucking database.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
No, what's so crazy is none of us thought of it.
I know.
Right?
That's the bad part.
That's
and you're
crazy.
British. I figured you'd have the first one to think of it.
Is that the official coat of arms?
Yep.
That he has ChatGPT.
Get it all in the empire.
You know that thing on the right? His coat of arms on the right looks like a map of Disney World.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
And on the left, it looks like he just got awarded best film in some fucking film festival.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know. The one on the right looks like something I'd see at Hogwarts.
The top right looks like Tomorrowland.
All right, I have my OCDs kicking in.
John Hurt and Alien.
Yeah, my OCD's kicking in. Why do you have a quote in front of Free Mike's No Mercy, but no quote at the end?
Hold on one second.
What's
I'm
that?
sorry.
The thing that's scrolling at the top has one.
Oh, the quote?
I see it.
My OCD just fucking spots that shit, and I'm just like,
you have to ask my producer John Lauwiner about that.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And that's why it's there or not there. So
John is like Chris Stella. You know Chris Stella?
Ooh.
He's married to Robin Stella, the comics that do the teachers festival down in.
They had all the girl teachers, and he hosted it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he said, "I'm not using my last name because I'm a teacher." Right.
Right.
So he's Chris S. But 3 minutes into his act, he talks about being in the Stella family. Fucking idiot.
Idiot.
John Lauwiner has his little logo that says John Lauwiner, but then at the bottom of the screen it'll be shed by John and then his real last name.
Yes. Oh shit. So we have that, and these like yeah. Go on. I'm sorry, Jason.
I was gonna say, I think I have more questions. I mean,
please,
Robert, you're the legal expert. Robert, what do you think of this?
I think he can do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go.
There's a loophole in the law, and he found it. Bill Belichick won like 7 fucking Super Bowls doing that with the rule. There's a loophole.
I don't think it's a loophole. I think it's more of just some law from 800 AD.
But it's still there.
Because I mean, look at Trump, right? I don't want to get into who likes Trump and who don't, but look how Trump's putting out laws from like 1100 just so he can like deport people. You know what I mean? He's got people just as doing as much research as this guy's doing.
Yeah,
trying to find laws where he can use them to do this, that. We can do all these fees because in 1771 this guy wrote this.
So here's the question. Here's the question, Robert. If he has sex with a girl, and if they have a kid, if Jonas has sex with a girl and marries her, they're the queen. Is their son a prince?
Yes.
Are they
automatically a prince?
Mm.
And the eldest one is the next king of Lauwiner.
I would love for this to be like a Game of Thrones type of scenario. Like what if
the king?
But looking at that guy, this would be Game of Thrones, the porn parody.
Yeah.
That dude, if that picture that was on the screen, if you scroll down, he just blew a load on the guy that wants to be a man in waiting. It's just the top half of the picture, So
if you go to
here goes the disclaimer again. Go figure.
He has like an official website set up for his new kingdom, and it's pretty interesting because they kind of go into like the whole history of their quote unquote nation, and it literally just sounds like some fiction piece that he wrote, like about just like a fictional universe that he created.
I have to go back to my OCD again. Why did you put the quote next to the E and not the Y?
What a dick.
This is 3 Mics, No Mercy.
Yeah. But he didn't even have the quote. He had a space after Mercy, and he had the quote, and then the E for episode.
The quote over the episode.
I haven't read this disclaimer. I have to read this disclaimer now just to see if he fucked it up.
Hold on.
No, I know the disclaimer's good.
Yeah, you probably wrote it.
I did.
Is that better?
I'm just saying, King Jonas is like freaking Goodwill Hunting with a fucking country. Remember Goodwill Hunting? I got this case from 1704.
That's what I'm saying.
That's this guy's. You like apples? How do you like chocolate? I'm in Switzerland.
I hope his wife divorces him and they have to divide up all this fucking land.
And then Switzerland's gonna be 3 countries.
She's like, I want half the bridge.
It would be funny.
I want to have the bridge that leads to the outhouse.
Yeah,
it's so great. So much property.
I wonder if, because Swiss banks used to be the place to hide money. You remember?
Yeah.
But then it changed, and now it's the Canary Islands is the only one left or something.
Cayman Islands.
I wonder if on his land, can he put banks on his land and go back to being the secret place to put money?
I'm just wondering why the E in episode is small. Should it be a
I mean, if
large
that's his
E like a
property.
title? Episode.
You know what, John? I think John should just pull up the website.
Let me see.
I can't think of. Can you think of anything good that came out of Switzerland other than like the fucking Swiss Army knife?
Chocolate.
Yeah,
Chocolate.
Yeah, no, you haven't go to England and get Cadbury. Fuck that bullshit.
amazing privacy laws.
Cheese.
Yeah, not anymore though. Not anymore. They within the European Union fucked that up.
Cheese.
No,
Not
that's
entirely.
cheese, Swiss cheese. Ugh.
Swiss cheese.
Not a fan.
You know how they design Swiss cheese? They've got a piece of cheese, and then this guy figured out he could take all the holes out of it and keep it all. And that's where the holes in Swiss cheese came from. It was this guy taking all the pieces of land that the fucking cheese was matched to.
Yeah, that's this guy.
Yeah.
He's going to rename Swiss cheese to Jacob cheese.
Oh yeah, what was he doing through those holes?
The same thing he's doing to his husband in that picture.
Oh.
He was a Polish guy. He was a Polish guy, and he thought he could hide behind it.
What do you think? I wanted to get this going. It's stupid videos like this that make me laugh. Like, it's so stupid. Jay and I
Are we
were
talking about the whole episode or just this bit?
right
Well, the
here.
production values usually better than this.
I love this right here. I love this. These are stupid prank videos. Me and Jay were laughing. Watch what happens.
What is this, a Batman movie?
So the girls. Someone's in the stall next to them, and they're shooting chocolate.
Where is this fucking guy? South Africa?
This feels like 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah, exactly. Is that guy breakdancing?
I don't know what's going on, but we'll watch one more, and then I have a question for Robert.
Two cups, no women.
So the guy's sitting, the guy's standing.
So the black guy in sneakers, and now you got the cowboy.
In the toilet. Gonna sit down. I got privacy. Like
What he should have done is he should have put his foot under the side of the toilet and tapped his foot, because that's the signal for the fucking let's suck each other off.
Love your reaction. That's just an audio device. Guys, here's that. Next door.
I'm gonna tell you, I think this is fake.
No way.
That's
This is a thing in Brazil where they fuck with the people, and then when they're done, they tell them the camera and they give them a whole bunch of money. They pay for their shit. No, those are real reactions.
I like the other one where they ask for toilet paper.
Okay, so one of the first pranks that was on YouTube, this guy lived in an apartment with his buddy, and his buddy would get up at 3 a.m. and raid the fridge.
Right.
So he took a stick of butter and put it all over the kitchen floor. And this dude comes in at 3 a.m. to go in the fridge and just fucking slips across the fucking whole room. And then a week later, there was another video. The other guy put butter by the front door of the apartment.
Jesus.
And this guy comes in and you just see his legs go, what? You should look it up on YouTube. I guarantee it's the shittest quality because it's so old. But it was one of these two going back and forth with each other was the funniest fucking thing you ever saw.
How about this one?
Oh, there's
I like
more?
how Robert's showing off his shirt.
Yeah.
If that's there, what are they covering up the whole ice with now?
Oh, we got a video to show you. Oh, do we have videos to show you?
Yeah. So can I just say, Paul, thank you, Robert, for bringing that up. So can I just say that, like, we're all working last week. Me, Jay, we had Kevin Shedd, and Robert. Oh,
I was in Vegas.
Where is it? I gotta find it.
They asked for videos. No. I sent them videos.
I think I called it milkshake.
I just want to know if Robert did the fucking the Superman thing down. What is that street? What's the old Vegas street? What's the fuck?
Oh, there's two. It's a Fremont.
Yeah, do you remember? They had the Superman thing with the.
They do it at the Promenade too, right in between the Link and the Flamingo. I didn't do it this time, but maybe next time.
I want to see the video where you do it. I want to see the video where you do it and halfway down the roof collapses. That would be the best fucking
they wouldn't let me
video
out,
ever.
They said it was a little heavy. They said you need to lose a little weight.
Let me see. Is this it? Oh no.
When they put me on the thing, and then it kind of went to the ground, and I kind of walked it.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you forgot the center bar.
You forgot the sound. You suck.
Oh, we're getting full frontal nudity.
Where's the sound?
Almost.
I don't know. This is what Robert doing. Robert is dancing to my milkshake.
Why don't you put a quote over my head?
I covered up his fucking tits, Paul. I covered them up last week because I'm not trying to like lose people.
Last week at least he had the music.
What filter is it on that made Robert look 100 pounds lighter than he is? Did you just squidge the picture inwards?
I just squidged it in.
Where's the? You did terrible. Now you couldn't even hear the sound. Where was the music?
The music was. I was having an issue with the formatting, so Jay Bird had to help me.
You got to do it with the music, otherwise it makes no sense.
We know what it is now.
The whole thing makes no sense, Robert. The whole thing.
If he put that up regular size, your left tit would be on a different YouTube channel.
This is true. It would be on NBC. Got a different platform altogether.
Yeah, but his left tit would be on Vimeo.
There we go.
Even better. I want to be there when they play that video when they're trying to disbar Robert from the New Jersey.
Oh, there's better things.
I like how his censored thing stayed still, but Robert's tits were below it a couple of times. It's literally the worst fucking caption ever.
Oh, he was going nuts. He was drinking this thing called an ass shot.
Oh, ass juice.
Ass juice, that's what it is.
At the Double Down bar. Everybody needs to go to the Double Down bar.
John, what is your wife and dog watching behind you?
They are watching
back of his head.
Everybody Loves Raymond.
Ugh.
That's our show. You don't like that show?
Anything doesn't have curses in, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. I like that show. A big one is Roseanne. I love Roseanne, but then I hate Roseanne, and then I love it because I've seen it like 25 fucking years now. That's one of those shows where it just goes into cycles. So I love it.
Yeah, I would say that Roseanne's good. I mean, I've even sat through an episode of The Golden Girls.
Yeah.
You know, it's like some of that old stuff. When you watch it again, you catch new shit that you didn't even notice before. It's not formulaic like this crappy, Big Bang Theory. The American version of The Office is, you know.
I do not like the Big Bang Theory at all, or their fan base.
Yeah. Why don't you like it? Because they never paid you money?
Yeah. It's just not funny.
No, it's fucking horrible.
They're so pretentious.
Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Well, they're smarter than you.
You need to go to the bathroom.
Except for Penny.
Sorry. We just got a dog in November.
Did you get to the video yet?
No, I'm not going to get to
No, that is the video. The video is the dog.
That is the video of the fucking dog going fucking bananas. Hey, who's your least favorite?
I don't know, John.
I like how Jay's the only one that has a fancy background.
Yeah.
But I want to see what his parents' basement looks like if you just turn that off for a second.
I can't catch him, John.
Yeah. Dog is going nuts right now. When we take him out, he thinks it's like a game, so he runs in fucking circles. Or not. It's a lot of fun. If anybody wants a dog, you could take him. You can just take him. It's fine. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's a hard no.
Yeah, he's quiet. He sleeps well. He doesn't do anything bad. All right. Anyway, back to the show. Who was your least favorite guest on Opie and Anthony? Like, who the ones that like caused problems?
Paris Hilton.
It seems like an obvious one, but why? Something she said, something she did.
She was about as interesting as a fucking cancer diagnosis. Yeah, she didn't want to ask. She just wanted to talk about her song that came out, and she just that was all she wanted to talk about. And then Norton's talking about her tits and the fucking videos.
She was on.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Who was it? Do you remember when she was talking about fucking Sarah Jessica Parker? Do you remember that?
Yes. Yes.
She's talking about. They're all talking shit about Sarah Jessica Parker, and Sarah Jessica's driver had the radio show on in the limo.
Oh no!
And she called the show. She called the show. Do you remember?
That is fucking brilliant.
She called the show.
That's crazy.
What's going on, Jason?
No, that's crazy.
Are you masturbating over there? What's going on? You're looking really happy.
You'd be able to tell if I was masturbating.
Well, I can't tell. You're stroking your
would
beard.
You?
Well, give us a big name. Give us a big name.
Maybe if we put this on like a fucking 85-inch TV, we could see Jay's fucking masturbating.
Well, he is hung like a bird.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There was a couple of awful ones.
The new bird call.
Actually, you know what? Who was the fucking guy? Oh my god, what was he fucking? This guy with this book? What the fuck was it now? This guy came in to promote a book, and it was the worst fucking shit ever. And all through the interview, Opie had a copy of the book in his hand, and he would rip pages out of it and throw them on the floor.
My favorite is when they had the song contest, and somebody writes a song called "Camp Concentration,"
and that's available on YouTube for anyone who wants to hear it.
That fucking song is nuts.
That was the most offensive song contest.
Yeah,
and yeah. There's a few. There's like 10 of them. There's a YouTube video that has just Camp Concentration, but there's also another one that has all the songs. At Camp Concentration, I think if I remember right, it was in like kids' voices. Let's go to Camp Concentration.
Oh my god!
Holy shit! It was nuts.
Little Jewish kids.
Didn't Opie? No, I'm sorry. Oh yeah. Didn't Opie get uncomfortable with Uncle Paulie?
Opie hated Uncle Paul character. Because Opie, like I said, he was trying to go mainstream-ish.
Yeah.
Towards the end, he was trying to be, someone that could get hired by a regular radio station.
Right.
And then Ants, kill the N-words. You know what I mean? That was the comparison of the two. So, yeah, he that was one character he hated. And he admitted it on air a few times.
There's so many great episodes. The one with Jim Norton is on a plane with Nicolas Cage, and he wants to talk to him. So they're like, "Oh, well," because Jim Norton, he loves celebrities. Like, he would just try to get as many pictures as he wanted to. So he was on a plane with Nicolas Cage, and he was trying to talk to him, and he couldn't figure out how to segue in the conversation. I think he was talking about a script, and it was zero happened, but he was so happy that he just said hi. And that was it. That was the whole story. Or when Jim Norton, he saw a NJ Transit bus get stolen or whatever, and he was.
Oh yeah, it had "Help Me" written on the back on the screen, and he followed it around, and They said call 911, and he called 911, and he followed it, and then no one cared. That was why he was late. Remember, that was why he was late for work.
Yeah.
One of the best Norton one was Ozzy Osbourne came in, and you know how much fucking Norton
loves him.
So it was Ozzy's birthday. So Norton went out and spent about $100-something, actually maybe $200-300 on books, and he had a really good Beatles book, and it was all this other shit. And he bought this pile of books in like this for Ozzy. And then when Ozzy left, they realized he never took the books.
And then he was shitting on Gene Simmons because Gene Simmons he would only sign at a signing, but if he saw you outside, he goes, "I'm not signing that." Like, you know.
Well, one time Norton saw Gene Simmons and he wouldn't take a picture.
Yeah.
And then a couple of years later, there was a fundraiser with Gene Simmons. I think it was in Philadelphia. And some kid ran on stage and asked Gene Simmons why he wouldn't take a picture with little Jimmy Norton.
Little Jimmy Norton.
In the middle of a fucking fundraiser for like cancer kids or something.
Oh, man.
And Norton, the worst part is Norton was there. Norton was like, you know, something, he was involved in it, like sitting at the table while Gene was presenting. But some random kid, like, why didn't you take a picture with Jimmy Norton? Little Jimmy Norton needs a picture. And Gene had to take a picture with him just to shut him the fuck up.
Oh, shit.
Another favorite bit. And as a Jew, Robert, you'll appreciate this. Someone sent Anthony a real Nazi helmet from the fucking war.
Right.
A real Nazi helmet. And they decided they were going to see if they put Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, yeah.
And Anthony dressed as a Nazi on the street, who could get the cab easier?
Oh, yeah, I remember the Nazi. And he was dressed in full Nazi regalia.
He was dressed up.
Helmet.
He literally looked like Hitler.
And Patrice just looked like a black dude. I think Patrice might have worn a suit. I'm not sure. But Patrice
was
closer to the cab.
Wasn't it Danny Glover that couldn't get a cab? Was it Danny Glover that couldn't get a cab?
Yeah, it was Danny Glover.
It was Danny Glover.
And it's not
so Patrice posts himself, so they'd have to pass him to pick up the Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
And like 4 cabs in a row did it.
Yeah, but do you remember the 4 cabs would all slow down like they were going to pick him up, and then they saw Anthony up the block and just
That was funny.
What about the one with Sam and the guacamole? Was it Sam? Like who was the foodie? I forgot who the foodie was.
That was Roland.
Roland. Like he made guacamole, whatever, but like he just bought it and then he submitted for like a guacamole food contest that he won, and everybody got pissed because they found out he just bought it.
Yeah. Yeah, that doesn't rank very high with the best bits, though. I mean, come on. No,
but it was just funny because it was so dumb and they were so fucking annoyed by it.
I remember one of the first things they did when they were on XM. They took a bunch of porn magazines and just cut the dicks out of them. Oh. They got a cardboard box. They put all the dick pictures around the whole inside of the cardboard box. They closed the box up and wrote 3 puppies on it and stuck it out on the sidewalk. Oh. They called it the box of cocks.
What were you ever present for the 50-gallon drum?
That was on. They never did that on XM. That was always on.
That's when I tapped out.
And one of the only episodes on NEW I did was they did a Jim Norton's Cribs because he lived in Cliffside Park with Florentine. I don't know if it was Florentine's girlfriend or Florentine's sister, and they shared an apartment. And all that you go in the apartment, it'd be upstairs, and there'll be random pictures on the wall, like posters of like Ozzy Osbourne, but they were in like weird places. They weren't like, there's no logic to where they were. And then we figured out that they put them up to cover the black mold. Wherever black mold came up, they stick an Ozzy Osbourne poster. Norton was such a good guy. I remember going when they were off the air. I went backstage with them, at Tough Crowd a lot.
Right.
Tough Crowd was awesome. Imagine the first time you got a Tough Crowd, and then you're in an elevator with Patrice, Norton, Greg Giraldo. Oh, and then Rich Voss, but no one cares. But
that fan.
Oh my God! Did you see the episode of Tough Crowd when Patrice O'Neal went after that fan for fucking winning?
Fucking brilliant.
Because you hear that clock ticking, your 15 minutes is nearly over.
That's wild.
Oh my God! Have any of you guys done that fan's comedy show?
No, sir.
You did.
He called me. Because I'm not doing that because I was always a good friend of Ralphie May, and I thought that Ralphie May fucking got robbed on that fucking show.
Of course he did.
Oh yeah. I was trying to get him out.
It came out. One of the producers came out and said that fan didn't win, but there was a rule where the producers could veto shit, and NBC wanted a minority.
They needed the Asian guy to win.
Yeah, they wanted the guy with the
he beat Voss. I'll give him that one. He beat Voss, but Ralphie May, come on.
Yeah, that's not happening.
A lot of that stuff is rigged, though. Rigged. Like not to talk about the villain, but there was a season of American Idol, and there was this singer Sanjaya, and this is the Howard Stern days. And Sanjaya was so bad, he could not sing for the life of him, whatever. And I think him and his sister were both contestants on American Idol, and Stern and his people kept on voting for him. They would have everybody vote.
That's like William Hung. Remember William Hung?
Yeah. But they had everybody vote for this fucking kid that he made it through the next round. So legitimate singers got bumped
out
by this guy.
Then they started to realize that it was all it was all bullshit. But a lot of that shit is rigged. What are you gonna do? We are coming down to it. We wanted to give you some shout out real quick. This is our plug time.
Hey, it's plug time. Jeffrey Paul, funny man.
Free plug.
Jeffrey Paul, friends.
So me and Hodge are opening featuring for Jeffrey Paul at the Old Heights Brewing Company in Heightstown. It's such a poor area they couldn't afford the E for Heights. These cheap fucks.
All hits.
That's great.
All hits.
Yeah. Tickets at laughingstockcc.com. It's going to be a fun show.
Check it out.
And it's
Thursday,
the day before.
June 4th.
So me and Dave Hodge and Jeff. And it's the day before our big fundraiser, MA22, that you guys are all on, right? Robert's the booker. Yep. Robert was the booker. So if anybody sucks, it's his fault. Just want to throw that out there right now.
I agree on that one.
Well.
But this is going to come check it out Thursday, June 4th, 123 West 4th Street, Heightstown. Laughing Stock is good. I did a show with Conti, and I can't think of his fucking name. In PA, Rich's
Jeff had a show with you.
Rich Carucci.
Yeah, he was supposed to be there, but he wasn't at that one.
Well, him and Jeff own Laughing Stock, so.
Yeah, but they weren't there. Rich had a show; he couldn't make it, but it was fun. It's cool out there.
Was that all the way down in the by Hershey? Not in Hershey, but right next to it.
Yes, I want to say yes. It was pretty out there, but it was a good time. Hey, really quickly before we get to the next one, what can you tell us about? Not so we go into 3 hours, but your take on the whole Dabbleverse.
Yeah, waste of time.
A waste of time?
Yeah, just the whole thing's a waste of time. That all started because fucking Chrissy Mayer and fucking was interviewing Stuttering John, and they asked him if he's doing stand-up, and John said, I dabble. And that's literally where that whole thing fucking started. Yeah, that was that. It's just, there's free podcasts that are making $3-4 a week in fucking paid subscriptions and donations and super chats and all that shit now. Just on the planet to shit on Stuttering John.
Right. I mean,
I was one of the ones who made it to the Stuttering John Rodney show.
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was there.
He was there.
Yeah, that was interesting. I went down and walked straight into the green room and said hello to John and got a picture with him because no one else was that bright to go downstairs, and he was just sitting in the room. But yeah, that was a crazy night, man. That's one of those ones where you're like, I was there. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I watched you and Hodge, that whole episode when you guys were talking about it.
Yeah, it was nuts. It was, we got to, obviously I'm friends with Kumia, so we actually got to go. There's like 4 or 5 of us. We went to go sing karaoke afterwards with him because he's a big karaoke guy. So that was cool. That was cool. But yeah, that was interesting. I don't know. To me, it's a big. Facebook's takes up enough of my fucking time without having to watch all that shit too.
I agree.
There we go.
What the heck comedy dinner headlined by No Filter Paul. I'm hosting.
I like it was called What the Heck 8, but there's only 7 people on the flyer.
No, yeah. Well, that's funny. Well, I count twice.
What about that bird in the middle?
Well, who's number 8?
I'm number 7 and 8. I count twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's too
but no, but that's a different pronunciation. That's what the fuck did you eat?
He's actually 3 kids in a trench coat.
Yeah. Actually, Hodge is
going to... We got JoJo. We got Donna Lloyd. The Birdman is going to be there. Jason Burnett. Laura Lifshitz.
Hodge is going to show up because he's friends with all the guys down there. So
who's that?
Dave Hodge is going to show up for this too because he's fucking friends with all these people. So not the comics, I mean the fundraising people.
Yeah, the Monteuse guys.
Yeah, so don't be surprised if he tries to leverage his way onto this show.
That's all right. We'll throw me off. I might not even make it to the show at this point.
No, put him after JoJo. That's a fucking challenge right there.
Well, I figured JoJo opens up the show and hopefully nobody leaves.
If JoJo opens the show, there'll be no crowd left for the rest of us.
Jason, that's a great question.
Bridgestone's got him at the Tropicana next week.
Yeah.
But what the heck is the name of the weekend?
What is the 8 reference? What does the 8 mean?
That's all right. This is the 8th what the heck weekend. He does a whole weekend. They just added comedy this year.
Okay.
They do comedy, they do a carnival, and they do something with bands. And they have
hopefully that's not a band. Do you remember the show we did for them last year?
Oh, that was fantastic.
Where they had 45 minutes of band between each comedian?
Yeah.
You said something
I got there
I'm surprised you guys didn't do Free as a Bird or something.
I got there at 10:40 in the morning?
Yeah.
Dude, I went on at 7:45 p.m.
It wasn't supposed to be that way. We were supposed to go and then the band. I don't know how the band kept popping up in the middle of us. That was a friend.
I don't know. I think the guy that booked us fucking sucks ass.
The guy that booked you's a fat idiot. Fucking bloated attorney. Biggest bum I've ever seen.
Forever.
Looks like fucking Alec Baldwin if he ate Alec Baldwin, that fat fuck.
No, he looks like Alec Baldwin if he ate himself and every one of his brothers.
If he ate you don't need the Canadian Army. I'll take out the Baldwins by myself. But it'll be a fun show.
The question, like who that fat idiot is, just so we're clear.
He's the one with the much bigger picture on that flyer than everybody else.
This is the fat idiot.
His tit hanging out the bottom?
I do. It was too much to cover up. I tried.
I got one thing to say, and that's
he
must have so much money that girl puts up with him.
Oh, she's a treat. She's a treat. Like, she's awesome. She definitely puts up with his.
She does.
By the way,
I don't know. If she likes Robert, she probably needs some kind of mental assessment.
She's great.
Yeah. This coming from you with that.
Hey, if anyone knows about mental assessments, it's definitely me.
The only guy I know has a mustache that goes down his cheeks like a fucking 11.
All right, at least like to still grow on there, Slim.
Well, kind of. I don't know what's up here, but I see down here.
You're the only fat Jewish guy I know that has a Hitler mustache. Isn't that like a conflict of interest?
Oh, boy.
You're wrong here. I'm a German.
Well, that is all she wrote. Paul, thank you.
Fun now. We finally had fun. Now you want to end the show.
Yeah, really.
No.
Why don't you put an asterisk over the D?
Well, you know we'll have to do it like a couple of months. We'll have to do part 2 or something.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is definitely a blast getting some stories. Artie Lang? Anything about Artie Lang?
Well, do you guys know Victor Ponte?
Yes.
So Victor Ponte's still friends with Artie, and he called him the other day and tried to convince him to come out and do a comedy show. And you can imagine how that went. So yeah, maybe Victor, because Victor opened for him because they met in rehab. That's the only reason he has any connection with Artie. So
that makes sense.
So he got to do time before him at the Basie when Artie was on the Basie. He got to do 5 minutes before him, just because they both did lines of heroin together. But, yeah. I've seen one picture of Artie in like the last year, and it was at someone's birthday party, some comedian's birthday party. He was in the background, and people spotted him in this picture and goes, "Oh, that's fucking Artie." I don't know. I think if Artie gets back into comedy, he'll get back into heroin pretty fast at the same time.
Yeah.
That fucking nose alone.
Sad but true.
That is sad.
He's fucking funny, that guy. He was funny.
Yeah, he is funny.
Do you remember when Anthony hired him to be his co-host at Compound Media?
Yes.
So there was all these clauses in. If you show up late, you lose this money. If you don't show up this day, you lose this money. And he'd get paid for like a day out of the whole week, basically, because that's all he'd show up for.
Yeah.
But a few times, some people would show up on a Friday to collect his check.
Really?
Yep. Do you remember when Artie was doing the Comedy Cove? Were you guys around then?
No.
Artie was doing the Comedy Cove quite a bit. He actually came to one of the open mics and did like 40 minutes in the middle of the open mic. But every time Gene booked a show, Artie wouldn't show up, and Gene would have to drive to Hoboken to go get Artie from his apartment. And then Artie wouldn't answer the door for like 2 hours.
Right.
So yeah. And then one time he didn't show up, and John Hollywood went up instead, and they asked to double their money back. I remember one time Bob Levy was opening for him, and Artie didn't show up, and then Bob Levy had to headline it, and then no one asked for a refund. And Gene's like, "What the fuck? You'd think that they're here to see Artie. They paid all this money." Right. And he asked one of the guys in the group, and the guy goes, "It's an Artie show. We knew he doesn't show up."
Does he still do the blue cheese thing?
Oh, Bob Levy off the hooker's ass? Yeah. Most comedy clubs don't want that anymore.
Wait, what? He did what?
His closer used to be putting blue cheese down a stripper's ass and eating it off her ass. That was his closer.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Yeah.
No.
So Robert, if you want to be funny, maybe somebody should eat blue cheese off Robert's ass.
So there you go.
That should be your next
video. Off a breeze.
Your next Vegas video should be
1, 2, 3. Not it.
He's probably already leaking blue cheese out of there.
I'm leaking something. I don't know.
Definitely leaking something.
No, he's sweating garlic butter sauce.
Okay, Fu Man Blue.
Yeah. Hey, I'm looking for Smurfette. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, sure you are. You're looking for Jokey.
You're definitely Smurf. Robert's right. You're definitely Smurfish today.
He's probably got like hot salami breath.
You got something going on. But hey, no filter Paul, thank you so much for coming on. Follow No Filter Paul.
Today. What the hell?
John Lauwiner.
Deadline.
We will see you.
Cheese man.
Episode 24.